Welcome to another Showboy Streams Civilization 6. Today we'll be going over just kind of how I set up games, right? When I'm playing a game of Civ, what I generally lean to. I don't have a lot of variety in the types of games I play, if that makes sense. I focus to what I think brings the most balanced experience to the game for the size of a game that I want to play. And I can get into a little bit more of that, of what I mean. So I definitely always do create game. Big fan of that. And, you can always just um, play now. It just randomly throws a game together on a small continents map. Nothing crazy there. Not a big fan of that. When I play Civ, I like to make every turn count and make every turn very exciting. So I always create a game, and this is the create game menu. Now, a lot of basic settings here, and then here's all of these. These basically all came with all the different DLC, monopolies, apocalypse mode, secret societies, right? I don't play with all these. This is even more DLC, or this isn't DLC. This is actually a good mod set, right? And this is a specific one called Sucker Rats Oceans. I haven't played with it yet, but I'm excited to. It adds a lot of stuff to the ocean realm of things. But this is your basic kind of settings, but what I always do is I go to advanced setup because I like to really dig in here to all the different things. Now, some of this is going to look a little different just because I have a lot of mods, and I'll probably do another video sometime going over kind of the mods that I like to use and like why and all that kind of stuff. But definitely like to dig into the settings here. And generally speaking, I'm kind of like in an Emperor going on Immortal stage here. I think I'm about to graduate out of Emperor. I know I watch a lot of streamers or a few streamers, and they always play on deity, but I would say they're a bit better at me as far as the whole game start to finish. I'm a very early to mid game player, so usually on Immortal deity it takes a little bit to get going, especially if you got a rough start or anything like that. So for generally a balanced experience, an enjoyable experience for me, I like to play Emperor. Obviously play the latest expansion, Gathering Storm. If you don't have that, obviously Rise and Fall or just standard rules. I do like Gathering Storm. It makes the map so much more alive, as you can see with volcanoes, global temperatures rising, make sea go up and you lose tiles. It's a good expansion. It's fun. A lot really cool dynamic to the map. And this is the best thing about Civilization 6 is the map is so alive compared to past civilizations. Like, it's a living, breathing world. In this iteration, it's like the most breathing that a Civ map has had. So I really like that. And when the Gathering Storm first came out, it introduces disaster intensity. And this is something I used to leave at like 2 or 3, but lately I've been playing on 4 because it just makes the map come alive. And also, when volcanoes strike and erupt, they damage tiles, but they also make tiles have more yields. And sometimes they're random. Usually get like a science or more food or more production. So really can create these tiles that are just mega yield tiles, which is always fun to have. A little broken at times, but it is what it is. And so essentially, the next kind of thing I focus on, Ancient Era, of course. I have a mod in that puts a historic game pace. So normally you have quick, epic, marathon. This retools, I think, one of them to be historic. Basically, it gives it a longer game, better, and as it says, better paced game featuring standard production times with extended era. So basically, you get more time in an era, but the same kind of rate of technology. Same rate of production, so you can enjoy and use units and different things and actually complete buildings and things like that. I like that mod a lot. And here I am talking about mods the whole time, but I have so many just kind of built into here. So next thing, I am a big fan of many civs on the map, and I've done up to like 24. It's pretty egregious. A lot of times 4 to 8 get wiped out right away. So for a pretty good balanced, well-populated world, I go with 16. And 16 seems to go really well with the size of map I like, and that would be huge. City states I usually leave in and around there. Sometimes I get annoyed with how many city states there might be, and then if you're playing with the Barbarian Clans mode, that gives barbarian camps the opportunity to turn into a city state. So I've been toning that down a tad here, just to make sure there's plenty of room on the map for a sprawl. Continents is fun, but what I found to be very balanced, more Earth-like representation is really this, where is it? Continents and islands. Great setup. And it's a few large land masses surrounded by islands, and it turns out to work very well. Like I said, map size huge. I usually do all the natural wonders. World 8 is standard. Sometimes if I want a more rocky setup, I go with new. Just adds more hills, mountains, and volcanoes. That can be fun. And then beyond that would be star position. Standard is good. A lot of these are standard. These ones are fun to tool with here. Temperature and rainfall. If you want either a more tundra, more desert, rainfall, more marsh rainforests, or more arid climate type stuff. Coastal lowland map generator. I used to think matching flatland was fun and cool, but it's kind of annoying sometimes. So map generator is actually pretty decent on that one. Just that map generator. Sea level. I usually have to go low. I like the sea, but I also sometimes think there's too much of it on these maps, so I go low just for more land coverage, but also tighter naval engagements. Resource quantity, standard's fine. So a lot of this is stuff if you're going for very specific types of games. Other than this is like a pretty general straight up, to me, what I enjoy in a game of Civ. I do Barbarian Clans mode. I like that. Dramatic Ages is cool at times, but not for casual play. Heroes and Legends, I've yet to try that, but I'm getting really close. Monopolies and Corporations makes a lot of sense, and so does Secret Societies. Those are nice passive things. I didn't realize Secretats Oceans is actually considered kind of like a game mode, so that's cool. Tech and Civic Shuffle mode, never played that, but that has to be fun. And Zombie Defense mode, someday maybe. I leave all the victories on. No duplicate civs, no duplicate leaders, basic stuff. And then beyond that, I really just kind of pick who I want to play and let the rest be random. Other than that, that's really kind of my thought process and how I usually set up a game of Civ. Usually I spend most time trying to figure out who I want to play. Gorgo, great Civ right there. Great leading Civ. But yeah, that's kind of all I have with this quick bit. I just kind of wanted to show everyone how I set up a game typically for the type of games that I will be streaming and showing. So just so everyone has an idea of what are your settings? This essentially are my settings. A few inflections here and there, but that's about it. Thanks for listening, and I will be back with some more fun videos covering Civ 6. Later now.